This is the shifter kart final at the first ever club race on Dallas Karting Complex's new North track. The track had been open for just a couple of weeks for members to practice on. I drove the track on Friday before the race in the rental karts, which was a lot of fun, but I didn't get to drive my shifter on it until race day. And the race was like none other in my experience. Immediately upon hitting the track, I spun out in the first corner, only going about 10 miles an hour, and it turns out that the freshly paved asphalt is very slick. The lack of grip is all that anyone was talking about, and it was a tuning frenzy in the pits. Everyone was changing axles, caster, geometry, gearing, and people were setting their setups towards what a rain setup would be like. The tire pressures were extreme. Some of the KA drivers were running in the mid-20s, which is about double the amount of air you normally put in a tire. And I went into qualifying with my tire pressures really low, and the kart was almost undrivable. But I had a one miracle lap that got pole position. Pre-final, I had a better kart setup, and I won that by 5 seconds. But there was two other karts, Noah and AJ, who were faster than me, so I thought the final might be pretty close. So here I am starting the final, first out of 7. We had 5 Rok Shifters, a Honda CR125, and a DD2. If you look at the oncoming karts, you can see that just a couple minutes into the race, I had already gotten a lead of a couple corners. The other guys were holding each other up and racing each other, whereas I took the whole shot and was able to extend the lead. So it was a pretty boring race on my part, but it helped that by this time of the day, I could drive pretty consistently and hit lap times that were all within a few tenths of each other. So here's my thoughts on each of the corners. Corner 1 had a bump right after the apex that was hard to put power down, so I exited in 4th gear to make it easier. The braking zone here into turn 2 was slick and a lot of crashes happened here. Turn 3 had some banking, but it was still really slick mid-corner and on exit. It was hard to put power down. The chicane here required discipline to hit the apex at turn 4, and then you can exit turn 5 as hard as you can without dipping into the grass on the left. This 180 turn 6 has the widest arc, so you can carry the most speed. Now this final left 180 is the tightest turn on the track, and I sacrificed the exit to get a better line through this long right-hander. In a shifter, you had to feather the throttle and the chicane entering the longest straight, and I never quite got it right. And this final turn is the fastest corner on the track. Unfortunately, I left way too big of a margin of safety. I probably could have gone a lot faster through it.